Okay.
Let's see if Sandy sees you yet. It's over on
All
this
right.
one.
So if anybody happens to be catching this, we're live. This
Well,
is an experiment we're doing called "Be a Fly on the Wall of My Studio." We thought it might be
I
fun.
just got the notification.
Yeah. So do you think we're on?
It's coming up. Yeah, I think you're there.
Okay. So if anybody's just caught this,
Wave to us.
wave. All right, I'm waving. If anybody's just caught this, John and I thought it would be fun. I've got to paint today. I paint every day, and I've had all kinds of people tell me, "Gosh, I wish I was a fly on the wall of your studio." So, this isn't really a lesson. I'm just working on a painting, and we'll still do a picture-in-a-picture. So, and there'll be some chat going on back and forth for me. If you have questions, we won't answer them.
we won't answer them. You're on your own. Make
You're
your
on
own
your
answers.
own. You make up your own answers. You know, this is just. We thought this would be fun, just a sort of improv. I'm just going to be designing a painting here. I guess I will hold it up just so you can see it. I'm going to be painting this couple in a blizzard. It's 80 degrees here in Houston. Maybe those of you who are in a blizzard won't think this is
We've only got
entertaining.
45 people showed up already.
45. So this is what we're doing. But people have always said, you're always on late at night. I never catch it. So maybe we're getting some of our European fans. So again, I'm just going to start painting, and you can be a fly on the wall in my studio. And these sunglasses are on because I've still had, the eye surgery on my right eye, and the glare. I've got another couple days before I can take those off when I'm in these bright lights. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and start painting this.
Now, we're not going to turn off the sound or anything during the hair dryer, the
Hair
sanding.
dryer, everything's going on. We're not doing nothing here.
And I'm going to go back to my work.
John's going back to work. Well, occasionally he may get a phone call. We don't know. He'll block. This is.
We just thought we'd do this.
This is real reality live video here.
This is Reality Art Studio 101.
Oh, that's good. We should have called it that. Reality Art Studio 101. Yeah, there we go. So this is section 1 of this. So if you want to go ahead and show the...
oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Can you
Hold
do
on.
that?
I haven't...
You didn't turn that camera on?
Camera in that one mode.
Okay, you got to turn it on. Good.
Okay. Right.
Good. Now you can turn it on. Well, see, we've never done this before. We thought it might be fun, might be entertaining. I don't know. Maybe you can be doing something else and occasionally tuning in and see how it goes. So anyway, I'm just going to start painting here. Easy peasy. Going to be fun. Again, this isn't an art lesson. This is just, I'm painting anyway today, and we thought we'd just let you sit back here in the studio and see what's going on, and you'll see just kind of how I create a painting, and that's what we're doing here. It's a little 8x10 canvas, and this eventually will be a lesson for something, but generally I like to paint them first to just sort of get a sense of what I've got going. And John, this is kind of cool. I don't know how the camera's doing there.
Well, it's not zooming in and out yet.
Interesting.
Well, we kind of started, and I can show you that part.
It's all right. Well, that's okay. This is, like I say, we've never done this before. We probably should have a checklist like those airplane people do when they get on the...
That'd be silly.
Think so?
We're running around with our heads cut off at the last second.
I know. It's just a little checklist, of all the stuff. Lights on. Hair dryer on, by the way?
Should be.
Okay. You didn't turn it off from last night?
No.
People want to know that. We've got this. We'd blow all the circuits in the house if we tried to run the hair dryer and some other stuff. We can't. But since we're not running the heater, so we have the hair dryer on a long extension cord way down the hall, so it doesn't blow all the circuits in the house with the lights. Anyway, this is what we're doing today. And how long do you think it'll take to get those paintings up for sale, John?
I'm hoping by the weekend for sure.
For the weekend? Okay.
Yeah. Or sooner.
That's cool.
No, I'm going to be turning my back, so they won't be able to hear me as much.
Okay. Turn your back. You just keep working. I'm working. I'm putting on my hair dryer next. This is all fine. I'm working.
While you're turning your hair dryer on, I might go back to the other camera so that I can reset that camera.
Okay.
Are you going to hair dry now?
I'm going to hair dry now.
Okay, let me switch back. Let's see, to that one. Okay.
Did you get it set?
I don't know, I need to reset it.
It's
I'm not
okay.
back, I'm still on you.
That's fine. This doesn't matter to me. I'm just doing my thing over here.
Ooh, knocked my microphone over.
You know, that's all. Doing my thing, looking for lost things.
Still not kicking in.
What's not kicking in?
My remote.
Wonder why not. Is there a battery issue with it?
No,
No.
shouldn't be. There
Should-
it goes.
Oh. Well, what's the deal?
Well, I'm not sure. No, it's all just go away in and come back out.
Oh. Not good? Where did I put the... You know, it's amazing to me. We
What
could
do you-
just
what
go
do you
to... Oh, here it is, the triangle. It's under this board here. It's amazing you can have all this stuff. Remind me, I need to buy some smaller ones of these if I'm going to use it. That's what needs to happen here, so I need some smaller ones.
I guess I should go back down here. There we go. Now I'm back, I'm on the living room.
Oh, good.
Let me switch it back. There we go. And you're still in the picture. All right.
Am I still in the picture? Okay, so if anybody's just happened to be catching this, this is not a live lesson. This is be a fly
This
on the
is fly
wall
on the
of our
wall.
studio. Just, I'm going to be painting today anyway, and we had this crazy idea that it might be fun to just film the pictures that I have to paint this picture anyway. I was going to be painting it anyway. And so we thought this might be fun. Not sure why this has a ledge here. Sometimes photographs can be so misleading because you're sitting there and I've got my glasses on. I'm still trying to figure out what it is we're painting. It's a very funny little photograph.
Now you're going to have to look up once in a while at your monitor, not that monitor, your monitor to make sure that you're still in the picture. 'Cause I'm not always watching you over there.
Well, I can't tell if I'm in the picture. I can just see if this.
No, not
this,
you. I know you're in the picture. The painting.
Okay, the painting's in the picture.
'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes you move up.
Okay, I see what you're saying. All right. So again, we have phone calls coming in. This is a working studio. John's working
Ooh.
on stuff. I'm working on stuff.
From who?
And we're painting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I confirmed it. Thanks for telling me. We just went live. Oh no, not a big deal. It's one of those just casual live. We're letting people be a fly on the wall. If you're bored, you can fire it up.
Yeah. If you have nothing better to do today, you can come.
Go to YouTube,
come be a-
look up Andrew Cook Live, and it'll say a live event. She's running a live event right now. And you can see what we're doing. You ought to do it, because it's Tuesday. You're not doing anything today. Yeah, thanks.
I don't know. I think we
Yeah,
should
see?
be.
There's money ahead, money ahead.
Whoops.
Is that what it's called? You shouldn't know. No, wait a minute. Let me bring up another browser. It looks like.
Okay. So. Oh, this is shorter here. Okay.
Should
So.
be able to do Ginger Cook, and it should say live event right now.
Does it say live event? Do we know we're
I'm
live?
looking. I'm having Michael look and see if we can find it. What's it say for the title? Live stream title?
Hi, Michael. Nice of you to join us.
Oh, we just whipped it together real quick.
Wait, we just had this idea, you guys. If anybody who's watching this,
This idea. I got to do this painting for class. I got to design it first. So
why not? You know, why not do this? And
yeah, I have my mic.
yeah, John's got his mic on, so that everything you say is being recorded. So and out to the world. So if you have any soap operas, interesting. Michael's got some great stuff going on in his life. People be fascinated, right? All right, so we'll leave that alone, right? Just saying. Just
I can hear the future here.
Just join the soap opera. All right.
It's not bad for an instant.
I mean, we're just doing this. You know, we don't know. We're just doing this, right? We just had this great plan.
Thanks to promote you, buddy.
I think, you know, it's this great plan. You know, everybody says, I want to be a fly on the wall in your studio. Well, you get to be one. Not explaining anything, not answering any chat. John's having more fun than me, man. I'm telling you what.
You're I know, I'm scared.
It's good. Anything.
Oh, yeah, right there, live now.
Live now.
Live stream, live now. It's called live stream. No description. Description here.
Just there was no description. Yeah, this is called be a fly on the wall in my studio. So I'm sorry there's no description, but that just means that we've never done this like this before. We've just never done it. This is our disclaimer.
All right, well, let's get back to work. I've approved you, so send it my way. Talk to you later.
You know, this would John and I have never done this. If anybody's watching, we're not really answering any questions. We're not monitoring the chat. We haven't asked our monitors to come online. Nobody's doing any of this. We're just saying if you want to be a fly on the wall in the studio, you know, and just see us paint, and you know, maybe you don't want to do that. In which case, then don't. Don't. We just thought this could be fun. Okay. Boy. I'm hardly feeling my fan at all. I moved my position so my fan's moved.
Let me get your fan, boss.
Can you get my fan? I need my fan, man.
Yeah.
It's hot in here under these lights. This is a sacrifice, man.
Because it's Houston and it's winter.
And we have no air conditioning.
We don't need a stinking air conditioning.
You know, because that's not fixed. Because you know he who shall not be named, and it isn't John, has not got his butt back from Galveston to fix it. But no, I'm not feeling it. It needs to be. Maybe you can push it up a little more, tip it up more. Yeah, there you go. That's it. There we go.
Now you're like you're in a breeze.
Yeah, I want a breeze.
You're in an ocean breeze.
I need a breeze, man. I need a breeze. Absolutely need a breeze. You know, it's funny when I pick a picture like this, a photograph like this. You know, I pick a photograph like this. I never. I really have to paint it first to decide if it's even a good. Sometimes things make a good painting, John, but they don't make a good lesson. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
They make it's a fine painting, but you know,
Fine
good luck
photograph.
explaining it to anybody else. Okay, this is how we're doing this, but how are we explaining it? You know, that's the trick. How are we explaining it to anybody else where it sort of looks good? And then we've got the double whammy challenge of doing this with sunglasses on. It's just okay. For those of you who are tuning in and just happen to catch this, this is not a regular live lesson like we do on our weekends, like on not weekends, but like Tuesday, Monday, or Wednesday nights. We just thought it might be fun to try something a little different and let you be a fly on the wall of my studio while I'm painting. All kinds of stuff is happening here in the studio. Well, not right this second, but could. There's the possibility, right?
Possibility of what?
Of things happening here.
Oh, absolutely.
We don't know what, but it could happen. You know, John gets phone calls. I get, you know, I'm not taking any phone. That's the only difference is I've already talked to Cinnamon this morning. So I'm not taking any more phone calls. She's the only one I would take a phone call from right now, and I left my phone in the other room, so probably wouldn't take a phone call from her, nor would she appreciate it going live anyway, so that wouldn't happen. I'd have to then mute it, right?
Hi there. How are you? Good. Are you watching this? Well, watching. We woke up Wendy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Wendy. We did not mean to wake you up. We just thought that would be fun. I hope your son's feeling better, you know.
Okay. Did you get my last email? You've got your receipt, so wake up, smell the coffee. I sent you a link to a new website, another website I'm working on. Did you see the link? See how those are presented? See, that's what I was trying to do. I can't do it in the template I've got. This is a different template. Not the very bottom. That's something else that's down in the red's not what I want. But this is, see, we're setting this up for the on-demand videos, the site that was supposed to be done back in January. Yeah, so, oh yeah, well she's not even talking right now.
No, I'm not talking. I'm listening to you guys. I'm fascinated by what you're saying. I'm not talking.
Yeah, it's about right. About a 30-second delay from, now you know reality. So when you guys post something or say something, and we answer it 3 minutes later, it's not because we didn't see it or hear it. It says, we've moved on.
Yeah,
30
we moved on.
seconds is pretty normal. It has been as long as like a minute and a half.
Well, you know, it could be because you may want to delete something, John. Maybe somebody says something that maybe isn't that great.
So what are you thinking?
Yeah. It's just a crazy idea for show.
Do you have TeamViewer on your, do you have TeamViewer before we go further? Do you have TeamViewer on your computer? Do you have time for this? Yeah. Well, you'll get the call, right? You know we're on the phone, you can interrupt and grab the phone. Okay. Why don't you just get on my computer? I want to show you, it'd be easier to show you the problem. Or the situation. It's not a problem, it's a situation.
Yeah, we went to Jamaica. We learned that there are no problems. We know that there are no problems, just situations that can be fixed.
I mean, when I first started this stuff, you'll see the logic behind what I did once I can show it to you. There's real logic. He doesn't have his own computer? So you wouldn't see him very much?
So if anybody's tuning in late, this is you're a fly on the wall in my studio today. We decided this might be a fun thing to do. There's no lesson here. There's no, you know, it's not like our Tuesday nights. You're just tuning in to Ginger's studio during the day and kind of watching maybe a working artist. We may or may not turn this painting and do a lesson. I do a lot of these that, you know, I think might be interesting. And then after I paint them, I think they would or may not make a good lesson. So
Well,
that's
basically
what
what
we're
you-
looking at right now,
Which,
in case you're seeing that. You're hearing John talk in the background on the phone to Wendy.
yeah, it's basically what we thought. We go, what the heck, I gotta do this anyway.
And,
so I go, well, go for it.
We just thought this would be fun. I don't know, just something different to do. Every once in a while, you never do any live shows in the middle of the day, which is true, we don't. And so,
No, we got a
this
lot
is
of
what we're
Europeans
doing.
right now. Because they don't get to watch us during the day.
And,
we do get a couple to stay up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so anyway, so you're getting kind of a sense of what we're doing here. Again, we're not saying too much, we're not really doing any talking, not answering any questions. We will be live tonight doing our Mardi Gras mask, which will be really fun. We're going to be doing that tonight live. I think that will be a fun thing. This was just an experiment. You know, I've got to paint this anyway. Thought it might be fun. And then if you're watching this tonight and you have any questions, you know, you could always come on live tonight where we're actually answering questions and, you know, see what's going on.
I just glanced over there, Jen, 'cause they want to know if this is going to be a regular thing at 2:30 Eastern every day.
I don't know that it would be regular every day. It depends what kind of response we get. We're trying to decide whether it would even be worthwhile leaving up, for an example. You know, should we leave it up? Is this something people are even interested in seeing? You know, I guess in a sense your comments are good in that we are definitely interested in your feedback on this. Whether this is even slightly entertaining or just, oh my gosh, this is like watching grass grow. Thanks, but no thanks, lady. Just move on, right?
I was thinking that same thing.
What, grass grow?
Yeah.
Where are you? Thanks so much, John. It's
Thinking
okay.
I'm sitting on a park bench with the one from last night watching the grass grow. I go, yep, that's what I'm doing here.
Just watching the grass grow, right? That's what we're doing, watching the grass grow. So,
Because it's a PC, it's not a Mac.
just,
Did I say that out loud?
you did. Well, John's very fond of Max. You can overhear the conversation. I know what I'll do. I will just comment on John's conversation while I'm painting this. I'll tell you what I'm really thinking, right? John is has such a love of Mac computers. And honestly, I've got one PC that I typed in the email wrong when I first set it up, and rather than it correct and say there's no such email, it just went with this and never could recover the password. We had to throw it away. Even John, it's like a Humpty Dumpty computer. Even John couldn't fix it. It's very upsetting.
You have to wipe up the whole thing and get it. She goes, well, there's a game on there I want. And I go, well, you may not get it.
No,
I tried
just
everything on it. What are you doing over there?
who, me?
Aren't you in the show me state?
Oh,
Well, show me. Come on. What kind of connection you got? I think we're on cable. That's cable. Yeah, that's cable. Okay, you are going to be, what you're going to do is where it says control remote computer, put in the partner ID, put in this number. Ready? 276 839 579. Now it's going to ask for a password, and it's all lowercase. I'm going to give you a letter. It's SP 6U91. The first thing I'm going to do is turn off your mouse. Okay. Now if you take your mouse and you point it like this, and you click on it, see my mouse? I made it big. See, on a Mac, you can shake it when you find the mouse. Now, if you click your mouse, I'm sure you'll see it. There you go.
I don't know. This doesn't look like anything. That's the thing
All right.
about painting, is
Let's
it
go back
doesn't
to
look
our-
like anything
this
till
our
it looks like
website.
something. And, you know,
And you've noticed over here, where are they? We have WW lessons, lessons, and all lessons.
okay.
Okay. And you
So,
can say,
fly
when I
on the
first
wall
set
at
it up, I
Ginger
set up
Studio.
a water lesson category and a lessons category. Okay. And then I came up with a new style that we put all lessons into, where it has the tabs. Okay, the new interface. Well, no, all three of these were all created with the same plug-in, the pods. But I need to keep them separated because I need to, transfer everything from the lessons over to the all lessons. So right now, to search, I have to search in 3 different databases, or 3 different tables. So see, this is the new layout of the tabs. And so that's what the all lessons have. Now, all lessons are going to be both lessons, wave and water, and the BLL lessons, because I found really no advantage to keep them separate after I created this. So everything that's in these needs to be brought up to this one. And then we can start searching this table. Okay, the all lessons. This is the one we want to try to search. So now what I've created while playing, I came up with my keyboard is running now. Yeah, minor. The new Mac doesn't like logic that. Alright, so I've got this, you don't want to click pages. So I did this last night. I found a table and it didn't have any images. But it lists all the it lists all the list of them. And if you click on one, you'll actually go to that lesson. Again, this isn't searchable. I'm still trying to get the presentation right, and then I'll work on the searchable part. So I had that. And the other one I did, yeah. It's not real jazzy at all, nothing fancy. I just wanted to get a listing. That's it on this. So really the first problem is something's got to be done. Those listings. As far as getting it, I guess I did this, I'm going to get this guy goes in. Well, that's the one, okay, that's one I just showed you, that's what this one does. I did another one, though, I guess I got rid of it.
Okay, so if anybody's just tuned in, you're a fly on the wall in my
This is
studio.
what I
This is
use
just sort of a
to create
surprise.
the
We're doing a
table
live
that you
kind of
just-
weird thing. You're hearing John on the phone in the background talking to somebody. You're just in our working studio as we're painting, and I'm designing a painting
Now,
for our website,
you mentioned a couple
and
searches.
maybe possibly for a
But
YouTube
right now,
lesson.
we can search it. See, right now, we
But
can
right
search it.
now,
Where I have one, search.
what we're doing is just prelim. In other words, there's a lot of interesting photos out there that might make interesting paintings, but they don't all make great lessons. And so right now what I'm doing is just putting this photo in,
I tried to get this one
and
complex.
try to get this background going so that when I put my people in, it all works. So I have to have enough of the background in to make this work. This is what I'm doing right now.
This one. And then another one, I guess I got. I did another one. Oh, I guess I got rid of it. Okay, so streaming live. I'll try to do this. Probably time errors and things.
So John, just a quick question for you, hon.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Just is there anything I have to answer right now? Just peek over there and just see. Not answering questions, but
That is a stone wall, right? That's not a wooden wall? They're asking if that's a stone wall. That looks like a wooden wall to me.
it's some sort of wooden wall.
It looks like shingle wall.
It's like a shingled wall that's terraced right here. It's terraced for some reason. I think these are plant beds that are covered with snow.
That could be a cement wall.
Well, it's hard to know.
Yeah. What do you think that is? You think that's wood?
But you know what? It really doesn't work for me. So
Lenny thinks it's a wooden privacy fence.
it might be, but I'm seeing here these across here. I'm looking at these, and this right here looks like planter beds.
Yeah, it does.
Look like they're planter.
You can't go by those lines that are down there.
You know, you've got the vines coming down here, and I dry those and put the snow on them. And then these are planter beds. But that's very distracting. Ah, Plan B. All right, this is why we do this, you know what I mean? That's in the photograph, but that doesn't mean diddly squat, right? So, Plan B.
So this is what this one does.
Plan B.
I go, okay, that's great. That's kind of what I wanted, but I wanted it to be, left and right. And I can't figure out how to make it do that. But it just gives me a big, this is absolutely everything.
That is just discombobulating, and I don't like it. I like the idea of the old gate. I like that. And even this doesn't read well as a gate, so we're coming up with a new plan here. We're making this a gate. And, all right.
I have to unleash you.
Ah, so much better.
Okay. Okay, let me hit a return on this one. Okay, ready when you are. And I'll turn your mouse back off. Okay. Turn your mouse off. Okay. Well, like I showed you this is the result I want. Where it gives me a little thumbnail, it gives me the title, it gives me the cookies, it gives it, and the brief sentence, whatever it is. Yeah. That's what I want the results to look like. Don't you think? This was very helpful. Let's see what the other one is. We'll take a look at everything between. They put in a nice title in there. Let's take a look. Between line 14. If post, yeah. So he's classified, he has a class of header. Now see, these are part of your code in your CSS code to tell what it will look like. It's an H1 header, that's similar to what we have over here. It's probably an H2. So they don't just too big. And that's your results. Navigation above, if you have more, start the loop. So it's going to go looping for everything while it's looking for the search. This is yeah, what I would do is take this and make a template out of it. Make a template out of it. basically I want that result. Yeah. Yeah. That's just block listing. I reformatted it out to look like this. And again, this is in a different template. And I cannot change our template right in an hour. It would take literally a month to flip it, and I can't do it on our live site. And I can't back up the site because it's a live site and we keep getting people coming and going all the time. So as far as membership, I can't keep it.
Okay, if you're just tuning into this, what we're doing here today is this is being a fly on the wall of my studio, and we're just doing a live thing. I'm working out the design of a painting. You're kind of seeing how I'm doing that, and
So this one looks helpful.
with the people that ask, you just want to sit and watch you paint.
Now the searching.
So it's not really a lesson at this
see,
point.
right
It's just
now
doing this.
in our search. So yeah, I can get a complete list.
So this is not necessarily a regular thing. This is the first time we've ever tried this. We just thought we'd see if we liked the idea of it.
Right here. It is ugly. And you gotta keep scrolling through the whole king caboodle. Yeah.
Okay, so we're
So
just
I was thinking of presentation like
changing
that, even
things
though
as we
going
go.
That wouldn't be that bad. At least you have a little description, what it is, what level. I mean, I'm giving you a lot of information, so you know, ooh, that looks good. Ooh, cookies, 4 cookies. I'm ready for that type deal. Or at least you can go look at it then. That was my thinking. Yep. This is just, no, this is just a result of finding every record we have. I've done a search. Let me show you what a search looks like.
Okay.
If I turn this on, let's see, this one should have a search here.
Let's see.
Does it? No.
Time to dry everything. Time to dry.
This is really cool. I came in late, couldn't figure out who John is talking to. Haha, you'll never figure it out. It's a secret.
Yeah, I know, this is so weird. I just had this, I woke up this morning and said, what if we did this? Well, actually, I thought about it a couple days ago and thought just the day would be to try it. We'd just be in the studio doing our thing. And the only thing is I don't have my cell phone on, so I'm not be answering cell phones because.
Well, you got rid of the whole king caboodle over there, didn't you?
Yeah, well, it didn't work. See, this is the
That was
whole
very
idea
confusing.
behind, doing something like this is you see what works in the beginning and then go from there, you see. You've got to
Okay, we're searching for-
simplify it.
Well, again, this is going to be, let's search for, bingo. Go. And this is what the results come back like right now. You can see the command up here it's doing. So this is what you get. You get that lesson. You get, and we did this. But see, it's giving me in the old boots, the vase, still alive, gladiole, and I list all these separately. And there's 6 pages of Van Gogh. So see, what I wanted to do is just show me the one lesson, which again, that's why everything has to be put into the new tab format. Because see, right now, these are all separate, separate pages. Now this is a Van Gogh.
Okay, so that's
So
kind
you
of
can wonder
fun.
why that came up. It must have the word Van Gogh in that description somewhere. Something says Van Gogh in that one. But this is what it looks like. Now, is that user friendly? I don't think it's anywhere near user friendly. Yeah, this is all search. This is all Van Gogh. 6 pages of them. Because all the lessons. You're fine. Nope. That's why I turned your mouse off on my side. So you can do that.
Okay.
You just tell me if you need a copy and paste or something, and I turned it back on. So you're right, yeah, I mean, this works, but you gotta consider our audience.
You're saying that in the nicest way, aren't you, John?
I know. Diplomatic.
You know, you've got to, you know, most of us are not high-tech people that are playing with our website. You know, that's are not techies, are artists. You know what I mean? We can turn on the computer. You know, years ago I had this clay machine, and I got to share this story with you guys, even though it wasn't. I had this clay machine, and I was making these big prints, and it was a big deal. I mean, it was very expensive, and Cinnamon and I were working on it together, trying to get this thing to work, and finally, her husband called the manufacturer, and you know, because we couldn't get the thing to print, couldn't get it to do anything, and Cinnamon's husband, you know, John, is a real tech guy too. This is before I ever knew John Little, and the fun thing about it was that the manufacturer of the clay machine, the guy that sold it to us, was really annoyed with all these phone calls, and he told John, he said, "Listen," he says, "you guys are phoning me way too much." And John said, "Right now, what we have is a $10,000 paperweight. And for every phone call you got, I got 25 from the girls saying they couldn't make it work. So you are going to help us make it work." I love that. I love what he said. For every phone call you get, and John gets phone calls, John Little here gets phone calls and emails every day from people that are trying to just do the simplest things on the website, because generally speaking, not all artists, but most artists, you know, we're artists, we're not really tech people. And we couldn't run gingercooklive.gallery or do anything that we do without John. And now you'll see him, he's on the phone right now, trying to make the website better, simpler, better, easier for people to find. I think we've got, I'm going to say this, I think we've got the best, by far the best setup at all to view lessons, to watch videos. We got hours and hours of lessons that you can watch on our website, and this is what it takes for John to get this to work. I mean, it's extraordinary. Just extraordinary. Just saying that, right? Hope his ears are burning because I'm saying nice things about him, right? All right, I'm not putting anything in here because these guys are there, but we're gonna.
Wait, I saw that. You sent that to me. You sent that to me in the last email.
Oh, starting to work. Starting to look better.
So you gave me this one, 12 WordPress search. Well, no, I think, and I saw the Google one right here. Google custom search for WordPress. When it comes to search, Google is undoubtedly king. The good thing is that you can create a custom Google search engine for your site and integrate it into WordPress. The downside is it comes with Google personalized branding, which, you know, I don't know if I care. We have step by step on how to add not our group. Yeah, that's just when it can show you things that are out in the wild. You can add in the file one, individual pages, entire site, parts of the site,
Okay.
entire domain. Your operations are ready to go. Your ID. Results only. 2-page. Overlay. 2 column. Seems pretty straightforward. WP Google search. Back to WordPress. WP Google search. Here. 8,000 installs. Last updated months ago. That's not really Google, so is it supposed to be a Google? No. Why would you like it? I want to show it right now. Alright, so you click on this. This is, you can see what this is what's called a plugin. Download the plugin. Go back to your site. Go back. Do this one. Plugins. Add a new one. This one needs all the cleanup too. You can upload a plugin. You can choose it. The download folder will be the first one listed. First order. That's what wakes up all the drives. Oh, you don't see my second screen. My second screen has 3 more browsers on it. And when you're researching and trying to do something, you don't want to lose anything, and you want everything on your screen. I saw that, go back to it real quick. So now I told you to install, waiting down there, so it's install. Come back, and say you want to activate it. See, the first thing it does is it copies the files out to the WordPress directory. It's not active yet. So you can turn things on and off. So if you turn on a plugin that doesn't work and it crashes your system, you can go in and turn it off. Yeah. And sometimes if you get one that's really rogue, you have to go in through cpan, which is the whole back end of the server, the level behind this one, and go delete the folder. And that's how you uninstall it. Alright, so Google's installed now. First method is upon activation, you need set include search 2-second plugin. Okay, so for the settings, we'll unset the folder. Yeah, this is exactly so a lot is to be removed. Alright, register to custom search engine, get your put on here. Open that up in the new tab, right click, new tab. And Yeah. Well, usually you have a search results page, you have a search and search results page. Okay, that's what it goes to. That's the template. When you do a search, it brings up the search results template. That's what it uses. And that's what needs to be modified. Takes it into a double on your site's body section. Cool. I didn't get an ID number. So I put an ID number. Because you could, because it was supposed to. Well, it's got, could be, right? Oh, absolutely. I won't bring the site down. Display search results before search displays again. Oh, does it? So it's got the whole page of blue, the colon and all. Yeah. Thank you for my help. Support overlay. That's where the results are recorded. I'm not sure what to do. Search, Google, search, CZ. Okay, we saved it. Modify your search and control. Gave me a different code this time. I did it again because I wanted to get back to the set control panel. I was just going to have ads on there. No, my guess is no. If you upgrade it, you gotta pay for it. Remember what that is? No, she's not talking right now. She's concentrating.
I'm focusing. I'm sorry, I'm not saying anything. I'm just totally
Not saying
focused.
anything. People are still watching. She's just watching her paint. Like I say, it's just like, oh yay, why isn't Ginger talking? Why isn't Ginger talking? We want to know why Ginger isn't talking.
Well, I guess I'm not talking because I'm just totally focused on what I'm painting, and sometimes I have to really think about it, you know?
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
You can see what a better wall, the
Oh, yeah, it's
stone
definitely
wall
better
is than what was in the photo, right?
Yeah, they were wrong.
Well, I mean, that's what was there. Just see, the thing about photographs, photographers, sometimes you'll go somewhere to like, you know, a resort, and you'll go to a gallery and there'll just be nothing but really gorgeous photographs. And you're thinking, man, I wish I had some photographs like that. And you know, those people probably sat in that meadow or wherever they were photographing every day for a month to get just the right light. You know, they just wasn't sort of serendipitous, you know. And most of the photographs that you get, are serendipitous. You know, I'm just saying, nothing wrong with them. I'm just saying that that people get what they get, and oftentimes it isn't quite what you want. You know, it isn't something that, like, if you had every day to just fool around with a particular area and go back and just keep sitting on a place until you got the right photograph. So, you know, as artists, you want to take that in mind. And
If you're going to be taking people off our site and going other places, I
okay.
don't want to do that.
And you know, our guy's in a blizzard, so it'll be interesting to see what we come up with here. But you know, okay, let's see. I need some burgundy. Choo, doo 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 doo. Okay. I like the color of this coat in this picture. It's really the only thing that's got any color.
Okay.
So sorry if I'm not saying anything. I really get to focus
So what all do I have
on
to do
stuff.
to make this? This will take your control panel, customize. First you need to click on search ID, terminal ID number, rolling out. Using as a widget. One massive list. No. No. And that wasn't a search, that's just listing of the videos in our database. I don't know what it's gonna do. I'm not sure what it's gonna do. What it's gonna be searching. What it's gonna show me. I think it's gonna show me.
Okay, how are we doing on this?
You're right, taxonomies. Yeah, that's what, see, all these have those. Again, here, what's the results? Well, like I said, if I can get it to do that, that's what I wanted to do. Just show me the snippets. See what this does.
Okay, there we go. All right.
All right, so they're saying, here's the window. No. I'm self-taught. I was working on computers before the PC was born. They didn't have school back in the day. Probably doesn't even know here. All right. Well, again, we can get it to search. See, the other search engine guy was using was called Rosie or something. He was in that list you gave me. Research tools, not settings. This guy, relevancy. Okay. This works because right now, what it's done is it's gone out and it's indexed the documents. I told it which one to index. Tell what to look for. I told them I don't want to do all the quotes, all I want to do is the lessons. The lessons and block, I didn't kind of block it off. So that's why we got the one result that we did. I can get rid of the blocks, but it is showing all the lessons, it's just not presenting it how I want it. So that search, where did I come up with that one? Oh yeah, on that one gallery, on the three original galleries, if you go to like that one, any of them but this one. That's the only one that was the new one I thought would replace it, but it was not searching. I go, well, that stinks. So you go to this one, and you have a search here. And you can say search for 12. Should show one. There it is. And it works, it's fairly quick. Now, we're at the mercy of this particular plugin though, that doesn't always work. That out. And it takes, now see, this is just a one cookie lesson. When you try to bring up this one, it has up the whole whole video lesson library except for the new 80 that we've added. This takes forever to come up. If it was quicker, I would continue using it, but then that plugin is again, it's along the same lines as the previous, as this one. It's called the Essential Grid. But you have to manually go in there and update it. So if I can get a regular search, just going out and searching the regular table, get all these are created and create the lesson. I don't think I can do that anymore. I'm thinking about it. These were creating on the lessons when we had more than one.
Okay, so we've got our guys walking in here.
Let's do a search for this. Should be 2 courses, at least 2. All kinds of courses. Okay, so it's really quick. Once you can get this to come up, you have 2 pages of work. So if you click on this one, you see these already generated in these. I wouldn't have to do that if everything was in tabs. So then essentially this would all be just reduced down to either I do it like I was doing the form in the cookie lessons or one big massive list. It just takes forever to load. But this guy has crashed on me several times. So they keep doing updates to it. Let's just bring one up. This is multi-port in the ring. MPC has a multi-port, so that means there's more than one port into that. And these are the lessons. These are the lessons that are needed to create that. Alright, so when you looked at this list, that's that. Okay? That's the multi-port part of it. So I created that. It's the same, it works the same way though. You can just do the same thing with it. We go back. Well, that's what I've been looking. This is the closest one I found, but when it crashed, the site was down. As far as this whole module quit on me one time. Where if you're using native WordPress search, where you just have the box and you have the search, and it comes up with the results I did when I did the Van Gogh. I mean, that's ultimately what you want.
All right.
So that saves update automatically. This, I have to make sure I add the lesson to this every time we add a lesson, I got to come in here. Where if it was in a search, it's automatically done. But there's not really a gallery in a search. So, this was the closest one I've ever found. That would be a gallery that's searchable. So if you go back here, let's go back to searchable gallery. That's where you're looking for. Now 24 plugins.
Okay, so I'm going to cover most of this up with snow, so I don't know why I'm being so careful, but I kind of wanted to get these guys in right. Now what I'm going to do is dry everything. Okay, fun, fun. Now, what to do next? Okay, so I think the easiest thing to do would be create more snow. So, that's what we're doing next. Take a little bit of white, a little bit of phthalo blue, a little bit of brown. Maybe a little bit of purple. That's good. Purple. Kind of a purple blue color. There we go. Now. Let's not talk about their feet. They are standing in snow. Sound good to you? Sounds good to me. It's coming down in drifts. Let's give him some boots that are coming in here like this that we're not talking about. Snow's coming in front of. Perfect. All right, so their feet are in there, but we don't care. All right, now start laying on some snow places. So this is a funny experiment. If you tuned in late, that since you're sitting here painting, not saying a word, John's on the phone talking. John, do we have any weird comments or people just gave up and went home? What do we got, John?
We're working. We're working over here.
I know, I'm just asking.
We're searching.
If you glanced over at my feed.
Yeah, what we got going on? I love watching you paint.
Okay.
By the way, I was out in the snow with sandals yesterday. LOL. Not the smartest thing to do.
No.
But I had to fetch one of my silly dogs. Must be hard to paint with dark glasses on. I hope she's healing fine. Yeah, she's healing fine.
I'm just
Just
trying to
bright
protect.
lights.
Just trying to protect my eyes from these lights, right?
Besides,
all.
it looks cool.
You know what? It's oh yeah, that's absolutely. You know, it's funny. Yeah.
Still here and happy to be a fly. Hey, you gotta love that.
Okay. All right. Just wondering. You're just flying
Please
on
send
the
my
wall,
regards
right?
to Ginger. Regards are sent.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not sure what my cohort in crime is doing right now. Miss Wendy, what are you doing?
The fun part, the weird part is when I put this snow blizzard in, I was so careful with these people, and they're all going to just disappear.
Looking in the WordPress book, video.
Get rid of the chalk.
There's only 13 plugins I come in with that combination. What do you think the video gallery is going to do though? Yeah, Envira. No, we're stuck with that. And they screwed up the mobiles now. The mobile, yeah, you have to hold your finger on a mobile device. Just hold your finger on it, and it'll come up with a option to open a new tab or open. You have to, that's how you can get to the lesson. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're just not going to put any plants. I don't think we need any plants. I think the plants were a little incongruent. So there's no plants.
What I'm currently using, the reversing people, that's working well for the search.
But we'll lighten up some of these rocks here. Okay, like that. There's our stone wall. So this would be kind of a fun painting if you didn't put any of we didn't do the blizzard part, but we're going to do the blizzard. The blizzard covers up a multitude of sins. How's that? There, okay, so our people are showing up a little better. Okay.
Okay, here's the Google search. This is the results that came up with.
All right, now. Okay, the bottom of that umbrella's got to be in front of this
The rest of it is mine.
snowbank here.
Well, right now, this is what the page looks like. It just says search. Google search. And we'd have text on it. It's going to be a plain piece of paper just like this. We'll say search. Let's do. We don't have anything. Well, hold on. We don't have one. See, an element of many colors. See,
A little mixing white here, just
so how are you going to know which lesson?
pull some down like this.
10 pages of elements. There's it back there. Go back to that element again. Does it take up a page at a time? Opening many colors, opening many colors. I use that. That's after that many times.
Okay, all right, so there, that's what we've got so far. Before we put on the,
Which isn't very good at all.
before we put on the,
So that's going to be the next problem.
the thing, and I want to
The
brighten
first
up
one that comes up is going to
the
be the last.
jacket up here on top.
That's the lesson. Let's see what I could.
I'm using mixing white now.
Go ahead.
I want to brighten up this jacket a bit. Just a hair here on the back.
It's picking up the word elephant. I said search for elephant. Each of these has the word elephant in it somewhere. So if we go to the abstract archives, let's go take a look at it.
A little bit lighter back up here on the top of the coat.
So this went to the archive. Where is this? This is a listing.
And I just want to say that I don't know this fanny pack. I don't think we needed it, so I didn't put it
Well,
in.
that's kind of confusing, isn't
Just going to kind of review what we've kind of created here. Didn't put the fanny pack in.
it? I thought that
Going to
was
put the
always
blizzard
where
on
it
now.
wanted to be. Let me go back.
And just wanted to make sure I had my umbrella just the way I wanted it before I did that. thinner there.
No.
Okay.
No, it is actually looking just at my website, looking for the word elephant, and everywhere it comes.
All right, I'm going to dry everything, and it's time for the blizzard. Okay, in
It's
case
on
you were
that
wondering,
page.
it's time
Yeah,
for the
it's on
blizzard.
that page, we saw it. Yeah. Now see, if you click on the first one, see, are a lot of people going to understand this? Right, the archives are going to be different than the lesson. Now this one is a lesson. That's a weird lesson. That's
Okay,
this is
so out
coming
comes
off
the mixing
off
white.
Of the, what's what I'm looking for? Off the gallery page is where that's coming from. This is the only one we want. Well, if we tell it, see, I don't think a lot. If all of my were under lesson, so I tell it to look only in lesson. But the problem is they're not all just lesson. Let's bring
I'll change one thing first.
no, this is directory listing. See where it says lesson here? You have gallery/lesson, and then the
Make
actual.
this arm a little
this is
bigger.
The actual file. Okay, the lesson word comes from. Remember, I showed you over on the side here. Where my lesson is.
Bring
Comes
this
from there.
mitten down.
So the word, the Wave and Water will have that, and this has GLC lesson or something. So if you tell it only, let's see, I could tell it to go into that one directory to look for things, you know, from this lesson below. So that's this one. So let's go. I'm going to reset it up on the page again. Change it here.
Okay, just had to widen that hand a bit.
That's for sure. We're going to keep it back here. And instead of here, I want to do, let's go do that.
Okay, widen the pants a bit. Okay, so let's pull some mixing white blizzard stuff. All going this way.
Sites to search, and I want to search parts of the site. Okay, so we want to do. Everything over there. Oh, and then here, particular. Something like that one. Hold that thought. Here, go find red waterfalls. What I'm going to do is have it search those three directories where the lessons are.
Okay, off comes the little random.
So I think that's GLC. Yeah, GLC lessons. And that. And we have to find a little wave and water. Here.
Well, this is cool, huh?
WWC down here at the bottom right. It's WW-lesson. Lesson. Not plural. Lesson. Lesson. Name and search engine.
Okay, so we're getting our blizzard in here, across Our Lady. Everything's mixing white.
Yeah, that's this one. Search engine code, so I need my new code.
We're not talking about their feet in the snow. We have just hidden that. I'm keeping everything on a diagonal. Now, let's take a little titanium and do a few brighter ones.
I was working with Joomla and WordPress at the same time, and the terminology were, they didn't jive at all. Trying to pick one or the other. I went with WordPress because it's the number one. Yep. Yeah. A lot of big boys are. You couldn't tell from their site, they customize it so much. So now if I do elephant.
Back to the mixing white, put some back over there, like this, off the canvas.
It's showing us results, it's not showing archives. You can open all these words. This is a lesson. No, there it is, there's an open there. I can now finish the elephant. Oh man. Alright, how about horse? What's a small? This one we only have one umbrella. Okay. That's good. Well, we've got back basic 2 apple. Let's get the wrong picture. Let's take a quick look at that. But it is bringing up just the lessons. Well, that'll work. That's got to be better than what I got now. So we look at, okay, so here's the lesson, okay? It's now I'm going to show you. Because what I do is I'll duplicate a previous lesson, and then just modify it. And then if I forget to change the featured image, which you're going to see. No, that's right. What did? See this? So where did it get that image from? No, it's ours. I'm gonna put this on update. I don't know why it's scheduled. It's scheduled for. It's not on for schedule. As an issue in status, they put it in schedule.
Just lightening it up here a little bit by her coat. Okay, all right, John, I have got a finished painting.
Oh, you're done.
Look at that. Here's our,
Oh, that's so much better than the photograph.
there
I
it
like
is.
how you did the fence.
Yeah,
The little gateway they have to get in.
yeah,
That's
little
nice.
gateway, and you know, we've got the little brick wall,
Looks
we've
like
got
got a pile of
the-
snow on the umbrella.
pile of snow on the umbrella, and we're, you know,
When did you see the finish?
can you see the finish, Wendy? You like it? There you go.
So which is better, folks?
Yeah.
And once again, Ginger just blew away the photo. People might as well give up photography.
Well, I mean, I think that came out, you know, the only thing I might do a little differently, and I've still got some white, is to just pile up a little bit of white right here on the top of this.
But you need a big old snowball being thrown in with a big old mitt.
What, a snowball? What?
No, don't do that.
I'm not doing a snowball. You're nuts. I spent a lot of time on this, you.
Did you? Let's see how much time. An hour and a half. You created a painting in an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's a lot of time, man. Hour and a half of my, you know, but we
Going
thanks
from
you
photo-
guys.
photo
I don't
to
know
final product in an hour and a half, and you even changed the wall.
Yeah, and a couple of times. Changed it a couple of times too. You know what I mean, for sure.
So this is probably a half-hour painting for you, isn't it?
Well, you know, look, if I gave everybody a traceable for the people, you know, so you could just trace those on, because that was a little challenging, get the little guys on and decide how we're going to do it. I mean, I kind of like the idea. You
I think
see a
it
little
does.
bit of his
It
face
really
be under
looks
the
like it.
umbrella. You know what I mean? You see a
The
little bit
rock
of that,
looks
and
Yeah.
a little bit of white here in the snow. We suggested some
So this
some
is
shoes.
our,
So this is it, you guys. I
That's
hope
the
that was
water
fun. If anybody
canal.
wants to do this again, go to gingercooklive.gallery and send me a note if you thought this was fun. I'm not sure if, John, are we going to leave this up?
let's ask them.
Should we leave this up on YouTube? I mean, I
John,
think
is there
it might be a little bit like
Remind
watching
everybody
grass
there's a
grow.
lesson tonight.
There is a lesson tonight. We're going to be painting the Mardi Gras mask. Can you hand me those masks? I'll show you everybody
Oh,
else real
sure.
quick.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here doing nothing.
Well, I know Wendy doesn't mind. Just give us a second. I want to. This is what we're going to be painting tonight on our live YouTube class for Tuesday night. We're painting this mask. Okay.
Which mask? The blue
This one, the blue mask. All right. And then our members on a gingercooklive.gallery will be getting this mask released today, so that they'll have a pair like this, and we'll also have this mask available as a downloadable for sale too. I think this is kind of fun. This is what we're going to be doing tonight. I think this was a fun
They
lesson.
want to leave it up. Yes, leave it up. Leave it up. Leave it up. Please leave it up. Please.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
YouTube for
All right.
this lesson.
And then we just need to know if you think this is fun. It's just a, you know, you're a fly on the wall of my studio, and that's what I painted today. And let's see, it's like I don't know, what time is it here in Houston?
3:15.
3:15. So there we go, you guys. This was fun. Thanks for watching.
Quit whining, John. Who's whining? I'm not whining.
He's whining a little bit. He is, isn't he? Why? I have things to do. Yes. Well, I'm trapped in here.
I
so you
am
can-
trying to work over here.
Yeah. Well, I know. Well, we debated whether this was a good idea, if we should be able to do this or not. What do I have here?
A lot
Paint
of
on here,
fun,
just
definitely.
water.
It's fun. I can't believe you people like to watch this being created.
Well,
dig
you
it.
know, so you can see how we started off with whatever they had in the photograph and just rethought it, you know.
I like
and
it now.
and I like it. I like this so much
Yes,
better.
ma'am. Yeah.
So we're going to cut the feed. Thanks very much, you guys. This was
Bye,
great
everybody.
fun.
Thanks
bye,
for joining us.
bye, everybody.
I'm not a whiner. Why do you people think I'm a whiner? Stop it. No whining. Wah.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.